Hi, and welcome to my channel. Or if you're a returning subscriber, hi again. It's so nice to see you back here for another video. Today I'm going to show you how you can make this stunning blue and purple 3D epoxy flower using resin, mica powder, and alcohol ink. To save some time in this video, I went ahead and I pre-mixed my resin. But this mold takes about 75 to 80 milliliters of resin, so I went ahead and mixed that up, reserving just a bit to the side so I can go ahead and make some white colored resin as well. To make my white resin, I'm just going to go ahead and pour a bit of resin into a smaller cup, and then I'll be adding some alcohol ink as well as some pigment powder to this before giving it a good mix. And as always, I will have all of the materials that I use for this project linked in the description below, so if anyone's curious and wants to try this project for themselves, all of that information will be down there for you. For this flower, I'll be using some Baja Blue and Passion Purple by Pinata Colors alcohol ink, starting with the purple and just dropping that right in the middle, and then I'm going to go ahead and go around the purple with my blue. If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to hit that like button. It not only helps out my channel a lot, but it also lets me know that I'm making content that you want to see from me. I'm really curious if you guys are liking these shorter videos or if you like the longer, more in-depth projects. So I'm just going to go ahead and take some of my white and I'm going to go and make a petal pattern around the outside of this coaster. And when I'm making this first layer of petals, I want to get pretty close to the outside rim, but I don't want the colors to touch because I do want the resin to be able to kind of shrink and draw in on itself. Each time I load my popsicle stick up with more resin, I kind of wipe off the bottom of the stick to get some of that resin off just to have a little bit more control. But I do think that in the future I want to try this using a piping bag. And then just going in with this next layer of petals. I'm really curious to see how the color combination on this one's going to turn out. I think it's going to be really pretty. The colors together are really gorgeous. And if you'd like to see some more resin flower tutorials from me, I do have a whole playlist here on YouTube, so make sure to check that out when you're done with this video. And I've been liking the way that these have been looking with just 3 or 4 layers of petals, so I think after this layer of petals, I'll go ahead and make a little swirl in the center of my coaster before letting it set up overnight. And I dropped a bit of white where I want the clear resin to be, so I'm just using a clean popsicle stick to clean that out. A little swirl, and then we'll go ahead and hit this with the heat gun before covering it up for the night. And this is how the piece is looking after about 30 minutes of cure time, and I'm really excited to see how it looks tomorrow. I decided I wanted to give this one a background, so after it cured, I went ahead and I mixed up about 20 milliliters of black resin, and I didn't quite mix up enough, but it's okay. I'm just kind of experimenting with this new technique of making these flowers in this particular way, so I just want to see what it's going to look like. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the resin that I have here, and I'll just tilt the piece to make sure that all parts of it are covered in the back. And as always, when you're working with resin, you want to make sure that you are wearing gloves and that you've got your surface covered either with a silicone mat or in this case I'm using waxed paper, because you don't want to get it on your skin and sometimes you get little drips and spills like I did here. So you want to make sure that you're protecting whatever working surface you're using, whether that's a desk or a table. And then the next step is to hit this with my heat gun just to pop any of those surface bubbles, and then I'll go ahead and cover it up and let it cure completely. And I just use an old cake carrying case to cover my pieces. Again, I'll link it down below. So I've got the piece here, it's totally cured. I let this set up for about 24 hours, so it's totally solid. And let's pull it out of the mold and see how it turned out. Oh wow. I love this one. It's pretty dark. There are some spaces where the purple kind of meshed with the black and it's like almost this red color. You can see there. But I think that this piece is beautiful. I love how dark it is, to be honest. I think I do want to try this color combination just a couple more times just to try to get it down a little bit better. But I really think that this is beautiful. It's got so much depth and dimension to it. I'm loving how this turned out. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this piece. Let me know what colors or color combination you'd like to see next. And as always, friends, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for spending a portion of your day with me, especially if you made it all the way to the end of this video. And if you did make it all the way to the end, leave me some sort of blue or purple emoji just so I know that it's real. As always, I hope that you found this video to be informative. I hope that it inspires you to make something of your own today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!